It's a beautiful day. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Did I say that right? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's an Amber thing. I am Amber. I am getting ready for work, and I thought I want to answer these questions down with the Tower ex Jehovah's Witness asked, and I tried to do it yesterday quite a few times, was not able to upload the video, was all frustrated and discombobulated yesterday, as you saw. I apologize. I do have my moments where I just cannot, and I'm just like, today is better day. So I thought I would get to this. So I'm kind of getting ready at the same time. So this is not like any kind of makeup tutorial, nothing like that. Like, I do not claim to be like amazing at doing makeup or anything like that. This is just my normal stuff. And you just happen to be sitting with me while I get ready. And as I drink my can of life, this drink right here, if you get a chance, it's the best. I drink them all the time. Probably not the best thing for me, but they give me life and energy and I must have them. So let me just bang. Okay, so I want to get to these questions. I'm going to just read them off and then I'll talk about them while I'm doing my makeup. I hope you don't mind this. But the first one was, how do you feel about aggressive activism, protesting, and Kingdom Hall crashing? Number 2, will you ever approach a Jehovah's Witness cart? Number 3, how do you feel about atheism, agnosticism, and secularism? I just wrote A, and S, so I knew what that was, and then, okay, anyways. 4, how do you deal with the fact that you will die? And then this is kind of a question whether you're born in the organization or not, and kind of how you feel about it, I think, because of the fact that we are promised the new system. And then 5 was the London question, or the Europe question, which I answered. So, okay. So how do I feel about aggressive activism and protesting, and would I ever do like a Kingdom Hall crashing? I personally probably would not do a Kingdom Hall crashing. Just to be really honest with you, it scares the living daylights out of me. I don't know why, but it just does. It just scares me. Like, to go into a place where I know that no one's even allowed to talk to me, and to stand there and say something, no matter how right I may be or how passionate I may feel about the subject, I just feel like it would almost give the brothers more reason to say, hey, don't listen to these ex-Jehovah's Witnesses because they're crazy. Look at what they're doing. However, I want to, and I'm looking at my notes really quick, but I recently watched a video and I was very, very impressed, to say the least, with a woman and her protest. Her name is Joyce Taylor, and I want to encourage all of you to go to her channel. She has one video, and the one video is her Kingdom Hall crash. And she goes in, and I'm not sure what the setting was, because I just don't know. She went in and she started talking. She stood up on a chair and she was addressing, the brothers and sisters, and talking about something that was very, very important to her, and very, very important altogether. I'm going to put a link to her, to a news article that she shared with me. And I just want you all to be able to see it. It is very sad. It's very sad. And it just really speaks to how detrimental the shunning practice is that the Jehovah's Witness organization cling to. She goes in and she stands up for her friend. And I thought it was beautiful. I thought that it was the most amazing thing that I had seen. The courage and the love that she had for her friend was like, it's like brings tears almost to my eyes, because it takes a lot of effort and courage and love to do what she did. She did this, and she made her point, and you can hear all the snickering and the talking and the elders that are speaking ill of her after she leaves. And I think it's just such a great testimony to everyone what this religion is truly about. So I am going to put a link to the news article about her friend, the friend that she was protesting for, that is no longer with us. And I don't want to spoil the story. I want you guys to read it. And then, at some point I would really love to talk to you all a little bit more about this, because it's so important. It's so, so, so important. Lives are lost over the shunning practice, and it's really sad. But for me, I'm too much of a scaredy cat. I won't do it. I talked about the Jehovah's Witness cart, and I probably Down with the Tower ex Jehovah's Witness. It's my understanding, and Honest Conscience Dave commented and told me that you actually do this. And I did not realize that this is something that you do. I went to your channel and I checked to see if there was content, and I did not see any content. So I didn't know that ouch, that you were an activist as well. So I would love for you to come back and put the link to the channel that has the content, because I would love to see your, how you handle this. I'm not saying that I would be against it per se, to go and talk to the witnesses. But for me, I feel like I've been out of the loop for so long that it would probably be pretty ineffective for me to go up and try and debunk their beliefs in any way, shape, or form, because I'm just so far from it that I think it would just end up like bringing up ugliness, in me. And it just doesn't, I don't know. I just get so much anxiety over this kind of stuff. And I just try really to avoid the anxiety, because it kind of just sits in me, and it just doesn't do me any good. We talked about the atheism, the agnosticism, and the secularism. I'm still going to be looking into that secularism quite a bit more. And then once I do, I'll readdress it. And then how do I deal with the fact that I'm going to die? So how do I deal with the fact that I'm going to die? So, when you're in the organization, you're promised life, life, life. That's what you're doing. That's everything that you're working for. You're going to service. You're doing your talks. You're in your ministry school. You are, all about it. You're gung-ho, and it's because you want life. That really is, honestly, that's what it's all about. You want to be able to receive the gift of everlasting life. And so you want to be in God's favor for that. My belief system now these days is so different that part doesn't bother me. And even when I was a witness, these were my silent thoughts, but my thoughts were always like, we're just going to live forever. And what are we going to do? We're just going to, I just couldn't fathom, what would it be like to just live forever, And so I know that sounds really weird, but those are really my actual thoughts. And so for me, not having the hope of the new system is not it doesn't make me, feel one way or another too much. But the way that I believe now is that our human vessel perishes and it dies. But our soul lives on forever. And I do believe in reincarnation. I do believe that we're here for a purpose. I happen to know what my purpose is. And I know that I have a specific amount of time here. And I don't mean I know exactly when I'm going to die, because I don't. I probably am going to outlive lots of people. I don't know. I just feel because sometimes I don't want to be here, it's just so I mean, life can be so crazy. Sometimes it's just like, ugh. It's just, you feel stuck in this, like, ugh. And it just feels not so good sometimes. So, um, I believe that my soul lives on. And so, and this is also the belief that I, teach my small children. So death isn't something that I fear, beyond the fact that I don't want my loved ones to, be sad when I'm not here. And so I think that's why it's so important that, my children grow up believing what I wholeheartedly believe to be the truth for many reasons. One of them being that I specifically remember my being before I came to Earth. And I know that sounds weird and it sounds crazy, but I do. I remember there being a calling for people to come to Earth, or for beings. I don't mean people, I mean beings. There was a calling in heaven for beings to come to Earth because of where Earth is headed and the fact that Earth needs light beings so badly. We are doing so much harm to our planet and to one another as human beings, that there was a calling, in the heavens, and it was to save Earth, to save Gaia, and to save, the beings here. And I answered to that calling. And so I remember that. And so I know for fact, for me, that I lived before I had this body, and I will live, my soul lives on after this body is gone. So those are my beliefs. So it doesn't really scare me or bother me. And, I don't know. I don't know what do you say after that. But I am going to get going because, like I've been saying before, I've been having tons of trouble, with uploading videos that are way too long. So I'm going to try and keep them at a minimum so that I don't have so much problems, because I hate being frustrated over that kind of stuff, because I really, really enjoy making the videos. I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy all of this. And so I try and make it as, as little frustration as possible as I'm doing this. And it looks like I didn't really even get to do much makeup while I was doing it, but hey, who cares? Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments. I am going to upload this video, and in the description, I'm going to leave a link to that article that I'd really love for you guys to read. I'd love some feedback on it. And if you go to Joyce Taylor's channel, she has that one video. I'm going to ask her if I can have a link to it, or if I can link her channel to it, because I just don't know if everybody's okay with that, and so I want to make sure it's okay. If not, search her name. I did ask her if that was okay. She said it was fine. So it's the spelling of her name is Joice Taylor, Tayler. Look her up. Look at this video. You've got to see it. It's good. I mean, I've said it like 10 times, so it must be good. Anyways, I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful Monday. Namaste. Please subscribe if you have not already. Share with somebody who can benefit, and hit that bell so you know when I make new videos. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.